Lions hosting Incarnate Word for homecoming. It'll be a 4 o'clock kickoff here in Strawberry Stadium. Be a live video stream on the Southland website, and as always, you can listen on the Southeastern Sports Radio Network. Here's Coach Ron Roberts.
Thank you. Real pleased, obviously, with how our guys came out of the gates last Saturday. It was nice to see us put at least put the full half together in all three phases and play well. I thought, offensively, I was kicking on all cylinders. We played well on coverage unit, special teams. Defensively played well to obviously the last, the Hail Mary before the half. But pleased with our guys, where they're going. I thought, it was another week. I think we got a lot better. And that's really what we're focused on right now, is just making sure we self-improve every week. Every time we hit the field, have a better performance. It was a positive. Obviously, played a lot of guys, and a lot of guys got reps, and really helped improve our depth in those situations. So, obviously, going in this week, coming back for homecoming, it'd be an exciting time to get back in front of Strawberry Stadium, host the Incarnate Word, who obviously last time here beat us, and right now our biggest same focus is going to be, cleaning some things up. It was nice last week, and no turnovers, those type of things, and played pretty penalty free. We need to see that be consistent. And that's what we've been, harping. These guys are preaching on about, is be consistent with it. We showed those glimpses, but I don't know if it was the first time we've been as consistent as we were. We still can play a lot better. Our guys can notice it. They see it on film, and we've not reached our potential yet. So we're still trying to work towards that and find out how good we can be as a football team, and where can we make our improvements, and who can get better, and who can raise their level of play and play at a different level. So we've got a tough Incarnate Word team coming here. I think I say that because it's always scary anytime you face somebody that's 0-4 and the backs against the wall. You just no telling what you're going to get schematically. There's no telling, are they going to change some things, trying to spark, get a spark, or are they going to give us something defensively? Are they going to give us something that we haven't seen on offense yet, or offensively they're going to come out and break tendencies and do something totally different? So we got to kind of be prepared for everything, and focus on ourselves, and just look forward to coming in here with the emotion and excitement of our crowd, and being a homecoming game that. We can come out of the gate strong, and our guys want to, we want to, these type of games are important, so you want to go in there and you want to, play in a way that you make your alumni proud, and the guys come home. And for a lot of them, this will be the first time or the only time they'll get here all year, and you want to do something that you're showing your alumni that they have a team on the field they can be proud of and be excited about. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a big football game, and we're looking forward to Incarnate Word coming. Any questions?
Sure. Okay. I talked with you about this almost every season.
Okay.
Different guys stepping up in the run game for you and in the passing game.
Yep.
That's just, it's become a trait for you guys. Kind of what you do.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of, again, when we kind of focus on this, everybody, and the opportunity, not just us as a team, but every individual to get better throughout the season. And it's great to see guys like Cooper step up, freshman, who's got a tremendous amount of promise, going to have a great career here. But it's nice to see him coming out as a freshman and having those types of games. We played 9 true freshmen in that game. That's by far the most we've ever played here. Because in some spots we are young, and most of them are in backup roles, backup positions. But I think it's also a credit to our coaching staff. We thought last year was our best high school recruiting classes, and it's shown on the field. We got 9 of them that have come in and contributing and playing in a rivalry game. That's it's pretty exciting for the future of our program. So obviously 2 running back, and then Delmonte Hall comes in, gets his first carries, and ran the ball hard. So there's a lot of promise for our young guys and what they've done. But you always want those guys to, who's going to be new to the table, who's going to step up and help contribute.
What are you seeing out of Incarnate's offense?
Got a good quarterback. That's kind of what they're relying on. I mean, I think they're struggling running the football right now. They've got a good run. They got a couple good running backs. I know number 1 kind of jumps off the screen at you. He's got a different gear about him than anybody else. They've got some weapons at receiver, but they're kind of relied on the passing games what's gone for them. But they have struggled running the football up to now, and I don't know what they're going to do I don't know if they're going to do something different to change that or what. But luckily the last couple of weeks I think we've gotten better in our run defense. By far, Saturday was our best performance defending the run. So we got to continue that, and we got to keep them behind the chains. And it's a lot easier to get after the quarterback when you know in second 8, second 9, and you have a chance and you know the pass is coming. Here when we go. But what he's been effective doing, coaching-wise, they're doing is they're throwing the ball a lot on 1st and 10, and when your opportunity is not really there to rush the quarterback, and that, like I said, I think it all kind of starts with him right now. He's the thing that's really leading their offense and moving the sticks.
Coach, obviously Lorenzo had a big game this past weekend. Now that he's back, now that he's healthy, what kind of stability does he bring to the quarterback position for you?
Well, obviously, he just brings an experienced guy back there that can dual threat. He can run it, he can throw it, he can run our offense at a high level. It was nice to see him come out and throw the ball as well as he did. After the couple weeks he missed to injury, I thought last week before versus Lamar, he didn't throw the ball real well, but he missed a couple weeks of practice. That's kind of what's going to happen. So it was really nice to see him step up, come in there and fire the ball early in the game and throw it as well as he did, especially the deep ball. That brings a whole different dimension to offensively. We do run the football and we're heavy on that, but when you do that and you can throw the ball deep, it's going to expose a lot of things that people are trying to do to stop you from running the football. They can't pack the box, and if they are, they're opening the thing up to be hit over the top and create some really big plays for you. And he's able to do that.
Coach, as of now, are you planning to play both Walker and Nunez pretty much the entire season?
Well, it's just depending on how it's going. We thought obviously at the halftime that game was under control. Felt good about it. And really just wanted to get Byron as much experience as we could get. We've been we were down that road for a couple of weeks that, we did not function very well offensively. And so we've also got to have, our plan B ready to go in case something happens again. And every time he gets a snap, every series he gets, he's going to get better. If it's not doing well, it's learning from a mistake he's going to make. And sometimes at that position, it's best done with experience.
Talk about the big plays, but you guys also put together some drives where you maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
So you were able to do it both ways. What's the big benefit about keeping the ball away from you?
Well, that's just again being when you're executing on a high level and really run the football and throw the football, not just over the top, but control passing game. Can you throw the ball and move the sticks? We were efficient on all levels there. I think we threw for 80% completion on 1st and 10, which is really high. So maybe more. I think it was like 88. It's almost 90% completion rate on 1st and 10. That's what you want, and that's what we thought coming into the season. That's what we were capable of doing. We faced little bumps in the road there, kind of set us back a few weeks, but I think we're really capable of being that. Week in and week out, we should be, and I think we have the players, and I think we've got obviously the scheme, and I think we should see. Hopefully, we want to see that consistency, though. It's got to be consistent. It can't be a flash in the pants and not be there next week. We got to come out there and click on all cylinders every week and make it a habit.
Coach, how's Eugene doing? Is his hand or is he all good?
He's not. He broke it, so it's going to take a couple weeks to heal. Right now, it's just really they still wouldn't clear. He wasn't cleared to practice, so he didn't get a whole lot of opportunities really to work with him carrying the football and find out if he could do it. So we ran him a couple times, I think twice, just there in the third quarter. Didn't want to do it, but I wanted to give him a couple carries. Really, at that point in the game, I was going to give him a couple carries. That way, if he couldn't and he fumbled the ball, it wasn't going to be the end of the world. Didn't want to be that, but wanted to at least get him some touches in the football and work that, and because he's having to learn how to play, obviously, with a cast on his hand.
So he hasn't been cleared to practice this week? Is that right?
He should be cleared to practice this week. Yeah.
We've seen out of their Bobcats aren't working fast.
Yeah, I mean, their strength is stopping the run. That's going to pose some challenges because, they're an odd front and they're going to put 7 up in the front, so that's probably been one of their strong points defensively, has been stopping the run this year. So we're kind of playing into their strengths. So they're going to pose some threats to us. I think we got to come out there though and find ways to run the football, and we're going to have to throw the football to get them to back up.
Coach, you talk about this offensive line a little bit. I know we talked about it a lot this season, but you guys are rolling 10, 12 guys a game.
Yeah.
There's really no drop off in my view.
Yeah.
Can you just go in more depth about this group and what they're bringing to the table each week?
Yep. Well, I think Coach Michael does a great job with those guys and of developing talent up front, and that's been a huge part. I thought we recruited some young guys. Like I said, I think there's 3 true freshmen up front, offense line. They're in the rotation. That's pretty big. But we've had some injuries up there. Travis Romero he played 2 snaps, wasn't really ready to go. So luckily we got out early and we could just sit him down and try to rest him another week. But with him and we've had some other injuries up front and we've had guys just pick up the slack and take over from there. There's some guys that we really feel good about. Those top 10 guys are going to be around here for a while, and that's what really what you want to do every year is you want to be able to create that depth and have those back and get them a bunch of experience so you can get away from the reloading years. I know 2 years ago we were kind of real thin on the offensive line. You get an injury or two and you're holding your breath. Can you protect somebody or can you run the football? And that's just not where you want to be. So I think right now we've got 10, 11 guys up front that can play and that we feel comfortable playing them. But we're still we're going to bring them along, and they still got to continue to play better and continue to improve. And hopefully that's going to be a group that's should be strong for a couple of years.
What's Travis's injury?
Ankle. Versus Central Arkansas 2 weeks ago. High ankle sprain, partial tore ligament. Yeah.
How long do you think he's coming back this week?
He should practice this week. I mean, he could go, but he was banged up. He was hobbling. Yeah. So I think the plan is right now they're going to hold him Tuesday, Wednesday. He's going to try to go again Thursday and see how he is, if he's ready to go.
What about 9
Oh, he's fine. Yep. Yeah.
Talk about Gerard Tolbert's big touchdown there. He's a guy you guys are trying to bring along.
Yeah, and that was great for him. He missed the first couple weeks of the season he had knee surgery back in camp, and again coming into the season, we thought we predicted him to be the guy, to be the starter, and so it was great to get him back in the mix, and him to obviously have a big play like that and have success like that is huge. Anytime those kids get the reward of having success, it helps you when you're trying to get kids to work at a high level and really push themselves.
Touched on the defensive effort a little bit. Kind of hoping to see them take the step.
Yeah, I think we did. I thought we'd take a huge step as far as communication on the field and elimination of mental errors and stuff. There's 2 plays in there you wish you don't have. The 70-yard pass for a touchdown. Besides that, we're playing pretty clean, and then right before the half they throw a Hail Mary up in the end zone and come down with it. And we got 4 guys up for the ball. It's only us. It's 4 of our guys. They don't have a guy going up for the ball. We did a good job of that stuff, boxing those guys out and keeping them out of there. But we misjudge it and come up and tip it, and it tips to the back of the end zone to a guy. Kind of what Yeah, we got to defend that better. But it is kind of a freak play. It shouldn't have happened. And really felt comfortable. We could have came out of the thing 49-7. I probably felt a little better about it. And then we drop a punt late in the game and inside the 10-yard line and drop a snap and those. So there's things you're pointing out that, hey guys, you can't do that because in a critical game at a critical time they'll lose you ball games. And fortunately we weren't in that situation Saturday. So it didn't cost us that. We were able to overcome it and do that.
What are they doing specifically to be so good against the run on defense? Is their front?
Well, they're pretty loaded up in the front. Like I said, they're in a 3-4, and they're putting those guys both down on the ball. So they're pretty much loaded up in the front to stop the run. You know, like I said, they're going to have 7 of them up there within 3 yards line of scrimmage. So, you know, like I said, we've seen it before, and you got to get hat in hat, but it obviously helps a lot that if you can throw the ball a little, throw the ball and get them to loosen up a little bit so you can run it. And eventually you're going to have to be able to throw it. If you can't, it's tough to come up with the big plays.
You worry about your guys, you got a little confidence in those two, you got them coming in. I know it's a different team for both of you guys.
Yeah.
Do they look at the record and you guys just kind of saying?
Well, we haven't brought the record up to them yet, so they usually find out, though. They'll do their own little research and come up with it. You know, I usually try to be honest with them, tell them, yeah, they may be 0-4, but this is a Southland Conference game, and don't think they don't want it. They're not going to try to find a way to win this thing, you know. So, and if you play, you know, if you go in with half way effort and you do that, then I mean it's very easy. And we've had that talk because it's happened. You know, you go in there and I don't play at my level, and I don't play at the caliber I'm supposed to play at, then you know, it's very easy for a 2-star. You know, I'm just using those examples. I'm not saying these guys are. I'm saying a 2-star to beat a 4-star. I mean, I can have a much better player, but if he jogs around the field and doesn't play with a lot of intensity, emotion, all stuff, and all of a sudden this guy down here gives him an opportunity to play. We use that a lot of times to our advantage to understand that we're going to play guys that are better than others. Sometimes we're going to face guys that maybe more talented than us, they're better than us, they're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, and stuff. But we know we can beat that guy if we just play our best every snap. That he's going to take a couple plays off, and I'm going to get those plays. And we kind of built our program about that. And sometimes you got to flip it over and say, all right, put them in the same situation. If you go out there and don't perform at your best, then it's real easy. Somebody comes up and bites you, and nobody's happy on Sunday. I think they are. I mean, I think we got a great group. I said that early on. I love their work ethic. I love trying to do everything we ask them to do. They just, I mean, everything. How I tell them to approach practice or to do things or be in a study hall on time and do those little things. I mean, yeah, we got, always got 4 or 5 guys that you're trying to get back, still get in the loop and make sure they got to grow up too. But I mean, I would say for a big part, 96% of our guys are bought in hook, line, and sinker, and they're trying to do everything we ask them to do, and it's a lot fun. I mean, it's a lot more fun to coach when you're doing guys like that. I mean, you can live with anything that happens because they're giving you everything they got. Whether they did it wrong or not, it ain't because of lack of effort or lack of trying or lack of preparation. They just sometimes they do make mistakes, but I think we're growing every week, and if they continue to do that, and we'll be in good shape. And the biggest thing we had to flip was after losing the first 2, and even the third one was confidence factor set in, and that was a big approach last week was we got to get a confidence back. We got to get some swagger when we walk on the field, and that only comes from confidence that you're getting your job done. So we got to practice better. We got to practice better so you have confidence in the ability to do those things come Saturday, so you can play this game with a little swagger in your step.
Any more questions for Coach? All right, thanks.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it.